anger, panic, frustration.
Bank should at least consider human relations and human sustenance. लोगों की सैलरी आ जाई है, उनका घर चलना है.
ले यहाँ आई थी बोला बैंक में कुछ नहीं होगा, आपकी एफडी आपको मिलेगा, और अब हम कहाँ से लावे इतने सारे पैसा.
Mayhem at Yes Bank branches.
Our planning is going to destroy today because we have lots of planning to take money and we have to purchase something.
RBI promises a solution in 30 days. After opposition's failed policies charge,
it shows complete regulatory failure. And I wonder if this is the end or there will be more in the line.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman blames the UPA for the crisis.
The Indian banking system has had severe challenges thanks to the way in which the government which existed between 2004 and 14.
Who is to blame for the Yes Bank mess? And can the government and the RBI rescue Yes Bank? There is panic. Yes Bank customers are in trouble. They say that after Reserve Bank of India put restrictions on the fourth largest private bank of India, they can't withdraw more than 50,000. How will they make both ends meet? In some cases, I'll get you those details. Yes Bank customers can withdraw 50,000 per month. Now, even though the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and the RBI Governor have scrambled to reassure customers that their money is safe, there is palpable tension. The opposition has hit out at the Narendra Modi government for this crisis. Aishwarya Paliwal brings you our top story.
Anger, panic, frustration, and long queues. Depositors of Yes Bank are seeing their worst nightmare come true.
ले यहाँ आई थी बोला बैंक में कुछ नहीं होगा, आपकी एफडी आपको मिलेगा, और अब हम कहाँ से लावे इतने सारे पैसा.
Bank should at least consider human relations and human sustenance. लोगों की सैलरी आ जाई है, उनका घर चलना है.
पैसा फंस गया ना, दिक्कत तो यही है, पता नहीं लगता किस बैंक पे भरोसा करे किस पे ना करे.
Panic-gripped Yes Bank customers across India after the Reserve Bank put the fourth largest private bank under moratorium and limited withdrawals to 50,000 rupees.
This is the time when we have to get admission to next session for our kids. So those who have a salary account in the banks, so it's definitely a shock news for them.
हमारा इसमें सैलरी अकाउंट है, कल ही अभी सैलरी हमारी आई है इस अकाउंट में, वही निकालना चाह रहे हैं, खर्चे के लिए निकल ही नहीं रहा है अभी पैसा. अब बैंक वाले अभी कह रहे हैं निकलेगा आपका 50,000 से नीचे है तो निकल जाएगा आपका पैसा.
We want to withdraw some money for marriage purposes actually. The problem is whatever our planning is going to destroy today.
Government should take action immediately to support the traders. Basically, this bank is helping the traders, and traders' help has totally been stopped by the bank, which is wrong.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has assured the depositors will not lose any money.
I want to also assure every depositor that their money shall be safe. Their monies are safe.
The RBI says a revival plan will be ready in 30 days.
30 days which we have given is the outer limit, and you will see you will see very swift action from the Reserve Bank of India to put in place a scheme to revive the Yes Bank.
Efforts are on for a bailout for Yes Bank. An SBI-led consortium could invest in the bank. the chief of India's largest public sector bank held talks with the finance minister.
SBI has expressed a willingness to invest, to definitely invest in the Yes Bank. And the bank shall also invest in the equity of the reconstruction process, which is required, the equity which is required for the reconstruction process.
Former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram took to Twitter to claim Yes Bank loan book grew considerably after demonetization.
It shows complete regulatory failure. And I wonder if this is the end or there will be more in the line.
With Aishwarya Paliwal, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's get straight to the point. Who's responsible for this mess and is there a way out? Anila Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, joins me on the broadcast. Rajiv Desai is a political analyst. Rajiv Dubey is managing editor, Business India Today. But my first question is to Hemant Kumar Roy, a customer of the Yes Bank who joins us on the show with me in the studio. Hemant, when did you hear of this crisis and what was your first reaction as a customer of Yes Bank?
Actually, I run an IT firm in Noida. Yesterday night, actually, we were trying to just credit salary to our employees. So the net banking was not working basically. So we really got disturbed why it's not working. So then we Googled and we found that the problem with the Yes Bank. And today morning, I just went to the bank and we managed to get only 50,000. And our monthly...
How much did you need?
I need around 8 to 9 lakhs.
You needed 9 lakh rupees and you were told you'll only get 50,000 this month.
Yeah. I'm in really stress and I really don't know how to pay to our employee because it's not me only, it's my employee as well. They are also suffering.
So you pay a salary of 9 lakhs to your employees every month.
Yeah.
And this month you only have 50,000.
Yeah, and even I don't have I don't have a single clue that how I'll get this fund.
Okay.
And from where?
Anila Singh, this is the 6th year of the Narendra Modi government in power. Nirmala Sitharaman has blamed the opposition for the mess. P. Chidambaram, former finance minister, says BJP should explain how did the loan book jump from 55,000 crore rupees in 2014 to 2,41,499 crore in 2019.
All right. To start with Gaurav, I think not only Bharatiya Janata Party leaders and spokesperson, but as well the economists, even they are telling people continuously that there is absolutely no need to be panic about the situation. 1 month moratorium is there. 50,000 cap is for 1 month, and after that everything will be smooth enough and things will be regular. And secondly, if you talk about the book, just now you mentioned, so definitely the management was not working properly and it was under the magnifying glass of RBI. That is why this step was taken by the RBI that a moratorium of 1 month should be there, and so that the whole system of the Yes Bank could be changed, and 10-point the policy change system for the Yes Bank has already been discussed and it has been introduced and the work has started on it.
Let me tell
Roy if this answer satisfies and other political leaders who are sitting in opposition, and they are trying to press the panic button amongst the people, amongst the depositors of the Yes Bank.
Ma'am, आप कह रहे हैं opposition panic button दबा रहा है.
If you talk about the NPAs,
हेमंत, आप opposition के सुन के panic में आए हैं क्या? हेमंत, did you panic after hearing opposition leaders?
No, we don't know. Basically, हमें अभी क्या करना है, I don't know. And from how we will get this fund, this is our main problem. What will happen next month? It is a different situation, different question.
Rajiv, you understand business and finance better than most. Why are we in this crisis? And is the government right in blaming the opposition?
No, you know, these numbers that are floating around, 55,000 crore became 2,40,000. It is very, you know, they are not in the right context. I'll just give you one context. If you start blaming, you know, governments this way or that way, both are responsible. Look at this. I have numbers from FY 2007.
Okay.
FY 2007 total bank credit was 19 lakh crore. And by the time this government, UPA went out of power, it was 60 lakh crore, 59 lakh crore. From 59 lakh crore, it has become 97 lakh crore. Now, can you blame the UPA for making the bank credit, growing the bank credit from 2.5 times? Or can you blame the NDA for growing the bank credit from 60,000 crore to 97 lakh crore? These are not in the right context, because economy is becoming larger. You will always have numbers much larger. So you can't blame a bank because just because it was growing very fast.
Let me ask you in layman's terms. People like Hemant, you and I, middle class people, we put our life's earnings in a bank. And banks give it to big companies.
Absolutely. So that
do they not do due diligence? कि वो पैसा loan दे रहे हैं वापस आएगा कि नहीं?
Absolutely.
Yeah, in some cases people, of course not in this context, in another context, Vijay Mallya was investing money overseas. Banks
this is exactly the point. There has been reckless lending in last government. There has been reckless lending in this government as well. So you can't blame either side. The question is reckless lending, reckless borrowing, and which has with a whole lot of crony capitalism involved. It's not one government or the other. Basically, it runs through our veins. Our system is like that. Unless we are able to put a break to something like this.
No, so this is also failure of the RBI. It's failure of the government and it's failure of the RBI.
RBI is responsible to the extent that it shouldn't have come to this pass. RBI has been monitoring this since
2017, I believe.
Even earlier. I mean, but obviously Nirmala Sitharaman said that she's been observing herself since 2017. But RBI has always been observing Yes Bank. In 2017, they said, enough. This managing director cannot continue. We want another managing director. But changing a managing director doesn't change the bank. You have to change the system. You have to change the processes. Unless that was done, observing a bank go down to this level surely is something that RBI could have avoided and could have intervened way earlier. Could have intervened in 17 also, could have intervened in 18. But to let it come to this situation where people have to queue up just like demonetization for their hard-earned money to be taken out of bank is something that could have easily been avoided.
Hemant Roy is a customer of the Yes Bank. Today, do you feel cheated? Do you feel scared? What goes through your mind when you realize that you cannot withdraw more than 50,000? आज आपने कर लिया, अब एक महीने तक आप पैसा नहीं निकाल सकते.
Of course, it is a kind of cheating, because now just tell me who will believe this kind of bank, and what we will do next. It's very difficult to trust any kind of bank. It's really like I would say it's complete cheating.
It's complete cheating. Anila Singh, respond to Hemant Roy, who's a Yes Bank customer, who's feeling very cheated today, cheated out of his hard-earned money, ma'am.
I can totally associate with the feelings of Mr. Hemant Kumar, because as a depositor, he has got all the rights to withdraw money whenever he needs. But in today's date, like if 50,000 cap is there, like he cannot withdraw money more than 50k, then definitely his anger, his frustration is very natural. But at the same time, I can say this thing that yes, if we talk about financial status of any country or any institute, it is not the work of 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. It is the outcome of several years, whether it does good or whether it does bad. So we know it very well that in 2000s, when economy was booming in our country as well, so many bad loans were given. Bad loans were given, and
no, but Rajiv Dubey says that when the same loans with the same recklessness continue to be given even post 2014
losses. So, the trend.
So because Rajiv, Nirmala Sitharaman put the blame very squarely on the UPA's door.
She says what I am saying at least.
But ma'am, we heard you, but the point remains that it's equal. Rajiv Dubey also says equal recklessness even now.
No, you didn't allow me to complete.
Okay, please complete, ma'am, in 30 seconds.
I am not. All right. All right, Gaurav, I just want to say, as I was mentioning, that after 2008 global financial crisis, these corporates who got huge loans from these banks on phone banking, which is called in a layman language, they started having losses, and then this problem of a twin balance sheet problem occurred. But still, evergreening practice kept on happening. These banks, they kept on giving loans to these corporates. But when our government came, NDA government came, and we realized that so much of opaque system is there in the banking system, we have started, trying to make it transparent. And
is it
this
transparent
is the reason,
today?
yes, bank depositors,
now that you've made that point,
scared.
can I take
money
this
is
to
safe,
Rajiv Dubey
government
now?
is there. 50,000 cap is there because panic withdrawal would have started.
Ma'am, but why should it lead to this situation? First the Punjab and Maharashtra Bank, cooperative bank. Now the question that's being asked is which bank next? But I'll come to that in just a moment. But Rajiv Dubey, is Nirmala Sitharaman right when she says that during the Congress era, self-appointed competent doctors of economy were the ones who allowed banks to collapse and merge with others?
So, Gaurav, clearly from Nirmala Sitharaman's statements, it was very clear that she was reacting to Chidambaram, former Finance Minister Chidambaram's tweets right through the day when he was basically blaming the government, saying that they have no clue. So her reaction was more to that than to the fact that that she was the explanation was more towards to that end.
Okay.
To the numbers, let me say 19 lakh crore in FY7, 14 lakh crore. 52 lakh crore in FY, 59 lakh crore in FY14 and 97 lakh crore now. Total outstanding of banks is that huge. So, the lending hasn't stopped, and you can't blame an economy growing. And in a slowing economy, we have grown actually almost 70–80% in the past 4 to 5 years.
Okay,
So,
Rajiv Desai, Nirmala Sitharaman went on to blame the UPA era loan exposure to stressed corporates like the Anil Ambani Group, for example, or Vodafone or DHL, among others. Is that not responsible for the trouble, as the government puts it, sir?
Well, that depends on whether you want to look at facts or you want to play politics. Because the facts are that in 2014, the loan portfolio of the bank was about 55,000 crores outstanding. And as of this 2019, it grew to 250,000 crores outstanding.
Yes.
So it grew fivefold in the 5 years her government has been in power. So to blame the UPA is ridiculous. I think she should be more concerned about the people who are suffering. You can see them on the screen. This is not the first, by the way, of the banking problems this government has been unable to handle.
Yes.
It started with the PNB scam, then came the Punjab and Maharashtra scam, and now Yes scam. And at some point, the government has to stop looking at people as pawns. These are depositors who've lost their life earnings.
That's the point you must respond to.
This is a high anxiety performance, high anxiety economic policy.
Absolutely.
Okay, high anxiety.
First of all, I would request Mr. Rajiv Desai, please do not spread fake news when you say that the Gaurav, first of all, I would like to request Mr. Rajiv Desai, please do not spread fake news by saying that the money of the depositors is lost. First of all, no money is lost. This cap is just for 1 month, maybe lesser than 1 month. It may be for just a week.
Oh, please don't talk.
So sitting
Gaurav,
here on
please
your
tell
panel
her stop
and
saying it's fake news. Tell her that she may have alternative facts.
Please don't do that. And secondly,
one by one,
Mr. Rajiv Desai, I didn't talk over you. I didn't talk over you. I expect same decency from you as well. I do not like talking over each other because this is a very serious debate. This is a very serious debate. So I just want to say here, Gaurav, that if we talk about the NDA government, when we came into power in 2014, there is absolutely no doubt about it that we were flooded with red flags. And since then, our government has been trying to regulate and give relief in all the institutes, whether we talk about the banking system or something else.
Okay,
Now
let
coming
me
back
take this
the
to Mr.
banking
Dubey for a
system,
moment.
This government, they introduced two things:
How does she
IBC
explain
and
this?
through
Gaurav,
RBI.
how does she explain
regulating the banks and?
Okay. Mr. Desai, Mr.
How does
Desai,
she explain
Mr.
the
Desai,
rise in
Prashant
the
Kumar,
loans
the RBI
from
appointed administrator
55,000
now
to
says,
250,000 crores.
sir,
during
the
during
RBI
the years
appointed
of the
administrator
Modi
says
government.
there will be a solution in 30 days. The administrator says no need to panic, money is safe. The government claims that they've been monitoring the situation on a day-to-day basis from 2017 and that corrective measures were taken in 2018. In your appreciation, Mr. Desai, are these empty words and empty promises?
Yes, absolutely, because I have just told you that the loan portfolio grew fivefold between 2014 and 2019. If they were monitoring this since 2017, in 2017 the loan portfolio was 1,32,000 crores, and that grew to 2,50,000 crores in 2019. So it still grew. What were they doing? What were they watching? If they had all these red flags. You know, it's one thing to play politics and say don't spread fake news, and this is nobody ever accused me of spreading any fake news. I'm a serious student of economics
sir,
and the
so
political
let's not get
economy.
personal.
I
Let's
will
stay on
not
the
do
bigger
that.
story
But
at
the
this point
fact
of time.
remains
Rajiv
that I have
Dubey,
always
that's a fair point that Mr. Desai
the
raises.
governance and the
That
capability
if there were
of
red
the
flags in 2017, did the government or the RBI take effective measures? Yes, they changed the management. Yes, they took steps, but did they take effective measures to ensure that the portfolio doesn't increase to 2,41,000 crores?
Interestingly, they didn't change the management; they changed the managing director.
They changed the managing director.
And just like I was saying, changing the managing director doesn't change the way the bank functions. Now, it required process changes. It required changes in the way the bank manages loans, gives loans, approves loans. Those processes unless there was a drastic change in that system, you wouldn't have been able to correct this. The issue is that if this is something that had been building for the past 3 years, what was the right time to intervene?
Yes.
I think that judgment is where RBI has erred. Because
and
that
Ms.
judgment
Singh,
hasn't
is there
come
an
through very
apprehension
well.
that after Punjab and Maharashtra Bank 6 months ago and right now it's the Yes Bank, who next or which bank next, madam? That's a fear in the air.
May I say something?
Gaurav, first of all, we should understand one thing. Like if you mentioned about PMC, then definitely that bank was being managed under the guidelines of cooperative.
Yes.
And if you talk about Yes Bank, it is a private bank, then definitely RBI watches it under the Banking Regulation Act. And even this, if you talk about the moratorium, so moratorium under section 45 of Banking Regulating Act, it is exercised because there is a problem. And we want the money of the depositors should be safe. They should get their money. We don't want depositors to lose the money. So the people who are trying to accuse NDA government for PMC or the Yes Bank failure, they should try to understand that for the rescue, SBI is coming. What is that? That is a national bank.
Well, that's 11,760 crore.
Have faith in our system. No, your money is not going anywhere.
No, but
this
yes,
is the government
SBI money is also people's money, Rajiv.
System, and we have been doing and we are doing.
At this, and you can't look at the Yes Bank crisis only from the depositors. Sure enough, depositors' money is safe. Very good news. But look at it from the investors' point of view. Investors have lost 85,000 crore in Yes Bank since Yes Bank was valued at 90,800 crore on 20th of August 2018. Today it's valued at 4,132 crore.
And are we robbing Peter to pay Paul? That's one point. And what about all those who were given loans without due diligence? Will action be taken against those elements to ensure something like this doesn't happen again? I've run out of time on this show. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me. Mr. Roy, I sincerely hope you get your money back, and all other customers of Yes Bank. We'll track that story very closely, but that is all I have time for. A quick break. Yogi Adityanath in Uttar Pradesh cracks the whip on alleged troublemakers and stone pelters and rioters and those who indulged in the December 19th violence. That story and lots more coming up on India First. Stay with us.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.